Hello and welcome back to Airport CEO. This is DragonLoon, and today we are going to continue working on our commercial airport and getting that up and going, and hopefully working on our medium-sized aircraft. So let's go ahead and get this queued back up. I did let this run a little bit longer after the last recording. So I did complete a little bit of the taxiways over here from the runway over to the actual terminal, as well as some of the taxiways over here at the terminal itself. So let's go ahead and turn this back on, and we'll bump it up to 3 times speed again. And look at that, it is snowing. Yay for snow. Alright, so let's zoom in here. And one thing we can do before the bathrooms are finished constructing, we can actually turn them into, specify which bathrooms are which. So let's go in here, and if you look here, I have urinals placed on this side. So this is obviously going to be the males, and let's open that up. But we can't open it yet because it's not built. But this side is going to be the female bathroom, and we've got to do that for these other bathrooms as well. And there we go. Alright, so we do have the boarding desks built already, and if you look here, we have exclamation marks on the aircraft stands because they're not associated with a boarding desk. Well, also as because the path to the runway isn't complete. But what we can do is we can click on the boarding desks and assign them to the specific gates, just like so. Alright, and then we can also go in here and we can generate... Oh, I guess we can't generate a queue anymore. We used to be able to have a queue line set up, and then we could also specify... No, wait, I'm thinking of a different game, different airport game, by the name of Sim Airport. It allows you to specify, for first class queues and then general seating queues and whatnot, but we don't have that here. And it looks like, for whatever reason, in my staffing room, there are no desks. So let's go and put in the staffing desk. Ah, that's because there's no staff room set up. Not sure why that didn't copy in the blueprint, but we will put in 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 desks. Just like that. Alright, but actually, one thing that I realized when I was doing the editing of the last video was if we place this right there, we can move this wall here in 1 tile, and that would give more room for the queues for the ticketing desks, ticketing counters. So that is actually what we are going to do. So let's cancel all of this. Alright, perfect. And now our staff can come in from the outside and go immediately into the security zone without having to go through the security checkpoints. Or they should. So, now that we move those, we can grab our check-in desks, rotate those around, and slide them back. Alright. And as you can see here, we are still missing employees, but I'm not sure why. So let's go check on that. We need passenger service. Huh. We have service agents, so why cannot leave a secure zone? Ah, because we don't have those built just yet. Hmm. Alright, well, it looks like that should all be taken care of shortly. Alright, so another thing we were working on was we were working on getting the medium sized fuel depots, so let's see how the research on that is coming. We have the commercial license done, so let's go for the A1 jet fuel. Get that going. And we'll sign all three. And that shouldn't take very long. Alright. Open our staff room. Now I wonder if our staff can go through there without having to go through the security checkpoints. Let's build a couple of queues for these again. Like that. Oh. Not quite far enough. There we go. And one there for that one. And it looks like these are done, so let's build some queues for that. Like that. These are done, so we'll open those. Like that. And I forgot we need to replace this one. And we'll put that bathroom right there again. And we'll set those. Alright. Alright. So that is complete. And our A1 fuel is complete, so let's get the medium fuel depots. And work on that. Alright. And we have our medium fuel depots set up. So what we can do is we can place the medium J1 fuel right there. And then we can grab a vehicle depot. And I believe we need 3 tiles for the fuel tanks. So we'll leave one more big tile and place that there. And that will be for all of our vehicles for our commercial flights. Alright, and we know which way aircraft are going to be going. They're going to be coming down this way, heading in this direction, when they come out of the parking pads to go into the runway here. And when they're coming from the runway, they're going to be exiting and going down this way, so we can make these one-ways going this way, like so. And so now the aircraft will come in, they'll come down this taxiway, and go down here, and turn around right here, like so, and then go to the appropriate pads. And eventually we'll be adding medium aircraft pads over here, and we'll have to rework this a little bit, but by then we'll have all of this space to work with. So, let's get this finished up real quick, and while we do that, we can add in some flooring just to give it a little pizzazz. Now that we have the parking depot, let's get some A1 fuel trucks, and we'll want 1 fuel truck for each parking pad. Oh, we forgot to turn on the commercial flights here. Ha ha ha. Almost forgot that. Alright. So, oh, we don't have enough security officers is what that's saying. Alright, so let's go in here and sort by security officers. We only have 3, so we need to hire a few more. So, now, if you look down here, we need some airline contracts. So we'll pause while we do this, go into our economy, offered contracts, and sort by just airlines. And because we're only working with our small aircraft right now, that's the ones we want to look at. But at the same time, we want to make sure that they have a decent number of medium aircraft for when we start putting in medium aircraft pads. So, like this one has Decent number of smalls, decent number of mediums, and if you look down here, it has a large, which is really good. So we'll go ahead and take that one. This one has smalls and mediums. Let's take a look at a couple others. This only has one small and just a few mediums. That might be good. We'll come back to that one. This one has a small amount of smalls, a lot of mediums, and a couple of larges, which is really good, so we'll sign them. And we'll move on to this one. That one's not too good. We'll do Skyline. That one has all three, which is really good. We'll do one more. Won't do that one. Which one had the decent number of mediums? Nah, we'll just leave it at those. Alright, so then if you hit your F key, it'll bring up your flight manager. Excuse me, flight planner, where you could manually input all of the flights, or you can go up here if you have a CIO and COO. You can turn on Auto Planner, and it will auto-assign all of your flights. It takes a little bit for it to fill up, and it doesn't start on the day that you're working on. But it will automatically assign them. Now, it does also sometimes have them all coming in all at once, which, as long as you have enough taxiways and a big enough runway, you can handle. So, we'll go ahead and turn that back on and let everything go. And it says, now sit back and wait for the scheduled flights and passengers to arrive and depart. Alright. And we can look at the scheduled flights, and there's nothing going on right now because we just started, and we can't do night flights just yet, but what we can do is go in here to our R&D, and it looks like our fuel tanks are done. So let's add in a couple fuel tanks. Haha, and I was correct, they are 3x3. So we'll add in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fuel tanks. And that will give us even more aviation fuel. And because we did hire or buy those fuel trucks, and this is the first vehicle depot, they all went over here. So what we need to do is we need to go into each one and reassign it to this vehicle depot so that they're closer to those aircraft pads. Other thing we can do, because we do have so many general aviation pads here, let's go and hire or buy 2 more general aviation trucks so that they're over here. Alright, and if you look here, we have our first passengers coming through the airport finally. Yay! That is awesome. Alright. So, now, let's do some more research. We don't want to do baggage handling just yet. We don't need the Maverick trucks, those are a little bit bigger. Probably might look into those when we have large airports. But what we do want to do is we do want to do night flights. That will give us operating 24/7. Bringing in just that many more flights. And here we go. Here's our first flights. Alright. And it looks like we have our first emails talking about how we did. So this one is our economy email. This is from our CFO. And it just breaks down, you know, what we brought in, what we spent, and our general balance, both including construction costs and excluding construction costs. Now, I'm not sure why these are different. Might be. Oh, I see. Because no, that's not what it is. Not sure. Because I don't think we sold very much versus what we bought. But as you can see, we're not doing very good. But that's just simply because we don't have very many commercial flights coming in just yet, and that just started. So let's continue going. We'll go ahead and delete that message. And we have a bunch. This is all because of our... That's day 1. We are on day 4. So we will delete... We're on day 5, excuse me. So we need to look at our reports for our day 4. So we'll delete. What is going on? Oh. Alright. Sorry about that. I was hitting the wrong button. So we need to delete that. And we'll go ahead and continue. And the next report we'll get is from our... about our passenger flow. Or eventually once we have more passengers. Oh, there we go. Nope. Yep, there we go. Alright, our operations report. And we had a total of 55 small aircraft come in. And we currently have an 86% general aviation rating, which means 86% of our flights are happy with us. Our current airline rating, or commercial rating, is only 50%, but that's just simply because we just started. One thing we could do to increase that is add more decorations, add in shops, and food marts, but we won't worry about that just yet. In fact, it tells us down right here, we can process more passengers, but right now we won't worry about that. We need to actually turn our finances around. So let's let this run a little bit longer. All right, and what we can do is we can extend the commercial license, which will give us subways, cabin cleaning, and the ultimate commercial license. But there's one... Oh, medium aircraft permit. That's what we were looking for. But I think right now we'll do the... Oh, it also unlocks the large aircraft. In fact, our tutorial is telling us to go international, we need medium aircraft. But we won't work on that just yet. So ignore that. We'll go the extended. And the reason that we want this one is because that will unlock the large aircraft air traffic control tower. And the small air traffic control tower only allows us to have 25 flights per day. And if we open up our flight planner, you can see that right now. Currently, we're only running 16 per day. And once we have completely full flights, yeah, we're only averaging about 16 flights per day. Once we add in medium aircraft stands, that's gonna increase a lot. So what we need to do is we need to, and if you look down here, our balance is actually increasing. Let's look at our finances. We have a 24-hour average of positive $39,000 cash flow, which is really great. So what we will do is we will unlock this, spending 750K, which gives us all this area to work with. Now here comes the difficult part, because we need to take these taxiways and move them over. And I forget exactly how far we need to move over. And I can't do anything, I can't make sure about that because we only have small stands. So let's wait for the R&D to finish. But it says we need a minimum of 5 administrators in order to do that. So let's hire a few more administrators. We'll do that one and that one. And we'll reject that one, those ones. Alright. So, now... Oh, we have another one that we can hire. So there we go, and that one. And then we can put all of these on there. Yay! And while we work on that, we can work on extending the taxiways a bit. Because we know for sure we're going to need... well, we don't know for sure, but I'm pretty positive that we're going to need an additional 2. So we'll throw those in like that and have our construction people working on that. Alright, so it looks like we have our extended commercial license finished up. And that unlocks the unlimited or ultimate commercial license, which would give us even more flights per day. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to place down our medium air traffic control tower, which if you look here, it allows us up to 75 flights per day. And we don't have to have that actually inside. Ooh, it looks like we do. Because we just simply don't have the room. I wanted to try and put it right here, because that would have been perfect. But what we actually can do is we can put it right here next to that vehicle depot. And once that's built, we can go ahead and take down this small air traffic control tower. But looking at my recording time, it has been quite a bit, and I'm trying to keep these videos a little shorter than usual. So what we'll do is we will call that a day. Next time, we will start working on our medium aircraft landing pads or parking pads so that we can get into some bigger commercial flights. We'll also work on getting the license to be able to build up onto a second floor or down below and work on getting that. So if you like this video, please remember to give me a like and possibly even subscribe, because that would be really nice. But as always, stay frosty out there.